Hello students. Well, once again welcome to online lecture series of Basic Mathematics. Myself Mrs. Dipali Jori, faculty of Kekiwak Polytechnic, Nasik. Today we will discuss about the topic from partial fractions. Now in today's video I'll explain you the third case of proper fraction. The case number 3 from proper fraction is that if your denominator contains non-repeated quadratic irreducible factor. Okay, in the previous video we have already discussed about the introduction and first and second case of partial fraction. Now today we'll study about the third case in which your denominator of given rational fraction contains non-repeated quadratic irreducible factors. So which type of the factors are? Let us see. But before that, let us first see what is the learning outcome of this video. After watching this video, you all will be able to resolve given proper fraction of third case. The third case is denominator contain non-repeated quadratic irreducible factor. So you all will be able to resolve that case number 3 proper fraction into partial fractions after watching this video. So you just have to remember the few steps again. You first have to identify which type of fraction it is. So let the given rational fraction is of the type px upon qx, where both numerator and denominator are polynomials in x. Now in that given rational fraction, if your denominator qx has non-repeated, see the words are non-repeated, quadratic, irreducible. The three different words they are. Okay, factors like, see the factors are of the form x square plus b square, or they can be x square plus x plus 1. See, both the factors are quadratic, means the highest power of x is 1, not the constant. You have to identify, or you have to observe the power of variable, that is x. So x square means it is quadratic. Highest power of x is x square, so it is quadratic. Again, they are non-repeated. Okay, if they comes or they occurs only once, so they are non-repeated. And the last word is very important, they are irreducible. Irreducible means what? We cannot reduce them into linear factors. We cannot further factorize them. Fine? So this type of factors, if occur there in your denominator, then you can say that it's a case 3 factor. Then you have to write the partial fractions as, see this is your given rational fraction of third case, in which the second factor, see you can observe x square plus b square it is. This second factor is the factor of case 3 only. This is the first bracket is of the case number 1 factor, which is non-repeated linear. So this is case 1 factor, but this one is case 3 factor. So you have to write the partial fractions in this case this way. A upon x minus a, this is by first case, plus bx plus c upon x square plus b square. For irreducible factor, this way we have to write partial fractions compulsory, not only b upon. You have to write it as bx plus c upon x square plus b square. X is the variable from your fraction. Fine? And a, b and c again they are the constants. We have to further calculate. Let's see one simple example, that is x square minus 23x upon x plus 3 x square plus 1. The question is resolve it into partial fraction. So we can observe now that it's a proper fraction first of all, because the degree of numerator is 2, whereas degree of denominator is 3. So because when we open the brackets there in denominator, it will be x cube. So the degree of denominator is 3. So numerator degree is less than denominator degree. So it's a proper fraction first of all. After identifying it is a proper fraction, then you identify of which case it is. So now there in denominator we can observe that this is the factor x square plus 1, which we cannot factorize further into linear form. Okay, x square plus a square is not factorizable. We cannot factorize it further. So this is quadratic. It is non-repeated. It occurs only once. And again it is irreducible. So this is the factor of third case. Whereas this one is the factor of first case. So how to write partial fractions in this case? The given rational fraction is equal to a upon x plus 3. This is by case 1. Plus, for irreducible factor, we have to write partial fraction as bx plus c upon x square plus 1. This way only we have to write. Mark this as equation number 1. And then now let us further simplify it for a, b and c. Come on, see, this is your left hand side as it is. Now in right hand side we just have to do the cross multiplication. See, a into x square plus 1, x plus 3 into the numerator part. See, this is the cross multiplication. Do put bracket to avoid the silly mistakes there. So a into x square plus 1 plus bx plus c into x plus 3 will be the numerator. Okay, and denominator bracket again get multiplied. So now after that, see the denominator is same, so we have to cancel it out. This step you have to do in every case, cancellation of denominator. You compulsory have to get it same and do cancel it. Then only we can equate numerator there. So the numerator we can equate this way. Now mark this as equation number 2. And now we have to find out the values of a, b and c. For that the same logic we have to use. Substitute the values of x one by one. But now remember that the values of x from where we consider those values of x from the denominator linear factors. Now in this example only one linear factor is there. This is linear, this is quadratic. This one is not linear, so we will not consider the value of x from this factor. Okay, remember it. You just have to consider the value of x from this one factor only, x plus 3. So x plus 3 equal to 0 gives you x is equal to minus 3. Substitute that value of x in equation number 2. So what is that calculation? What is that simplification? Left hand side is minus 3 square plus 23 into minus 3 equal to, now when you will put x is equal to minus 3 there, this bracket becomes 0 and hence the whole second term becomes 0. Right? So we'll write calculation for the first part only, a into minus 3 square plus 1. So what is that calculation? This is 9 plus 1, 10a. Simplification of this left hand side is 9 minus 69 is minus 60 and hence it is minus 60 equal to 10a, therefore a is equal to minus 6 is the value of one constant a. Now the linear factors from denominator are finished. We don't have any more linear factors now. Now for calculating the two more values of b and c, you have to now consider the random values. Okay, consider any value, but the value should not be already taken. Okay, you consider value other than minus 3 because minus 3 we have already taken. So go for any other value as you wish. You can take 100 also, you can take minus 100 also, but do give preference to 0. Okay, to make the calculations simple. So let us substitute x is equal to 0 first. This is our random value which we are considering. It will not come from any factor. So put this value in the whole equation number 2. Okay, no term will be 0 now. So 0 square 23 into 0, your left hand side is 0. Now in right hand side substitute 0 everywhere at the place of x. This is your calculation. See, don't forget to put bracket, otherwise your answer will be wrong. So a into 0 square plus 1, b into 0 plus c. See, the term becomes 0, this bracket is just a c. So c into 3, that is 3c. Simplification of this first term is just a. The value of a is already known to us, substitute it there. So after simplifying this equation, see, minus 6 plus 3c equal to 0. So c is equal to 6 upon 3, that is 2. This is the value of c. Now to calculate b, again we have to consider random value. Now let's take x is equal to 1. So after taking x is equal to 1, substitute that value in the again whole equation number 2. This is the calculation there for equation number 2. Replace each and every x by 2. So this is your x square plus 23x, x square plus 1, bx plus c, x plus 3. Okay, so we have substituted x is equal to 1 everywhere. They are in second equation. So after simplification, left hand side is 24. This is 2a, b plus c into 4. So 4b plus 4c. That way you have to write. Fine. Now the values of a and c are already known to us. Substitute them there and simplify it further. This is minus 12 plus 8, that is minus 4. Hence the value of b is 7. So the partial fractions of given rational fraction are, substitute a, b and c there in first equation again. That is your required partial fractions. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll take some more examples in lecture hours. Thank you and happy learning.